beautiful scene set we have here. Virtus.pro apparently do not have a Twitter tag. I don't even know what it is. But we're getting into it all the same. Inferno, the first map of this series. Na'Vi definitely coming into this as favorites, but certainly acknowledging that their priorities are elsewhere, considering just how much Counter-Strike they've committed to across the spectrum during this online stage. Flamey has a gap in that smoke, and they're rushing up Banana. He's sticking around. He will get a frag before he goes down, though, and that is colossal. Could have been a all for naught. They still have 2 members stacked up on the site. They're hoping that Flamey's aggression may lead them to an overcommitment. And it has. They're going into the site now. VP crossing over. Kick it, hoping to find one, and they're going to get more than they bargained for. Perfecto. That was really not pretty. Simple, fortunately, has found 2 with that CZ75, and Electronic set up for success as well. Simple, making that look easy. Didn't quite catch where those frags went down.
Rush.
It was the player below the player I was on.
Oh, really?
In the smoke, yeah.
In the smoke, okay.
Yeah, in the smoke.
No, you win some, you lose some.
Statistically, Simple has been insane in every pistol round, I guess.
Oh yeah.
He didn't check the algorithm on this one.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
That's why he picked. That's why he picked Na'Vi. So.
Also, I've seen Rush's setup, by the way. He's got his phone open and on right in front of him at all times, just so you know. So he's not.
Does Messioso know that?
I haven't spoken to Messioso in a while.
Oh. Okay.
But that wireless charging dock looks very easy for him to get on his various apps and bits and bobs.
He is a big fan of the show, Graham Messioso Pitt.
And Yakinda learning that Blade did take a closer look at him as a player when shopping for a 5th. It's cool of him to share that with us.
Yeah, Blade was very honest about that, right? He could have come in and said, you know, well, we just struggle against the domestic teams. He went, look, this one isn't a massive priority for us. We should have actually skipped it. And that kind of honesty is what we need to be hearing, because the Counter-Strike landscape, it's packed. It is chock-a-bloody block with games, with tournaments, with matches. And you can only prepare for so many teams, and you need to make sure you're keeping the big dogs in your optics as opposed to the small fries, and that's maybe what some of these CIS squads are for Na'Vi.
And I don't think that's bad manners in any sense of the word. I truly believe that this is just logic speaking. And anyone that takes offense, obviously not logically driven.
I'm very much with you.
Flash should be a double. Nice work as Boomich will eventually go down, but he finds the necessary 2. Game upgrades to, oh wait, Kickit just lost his, there it is, P250 found for him. And a boost over the smoke, not gonna work considering the angle of that smoke. They could walk in on it though. Simple's posturing ready to receive. They've even got something tucked in on Nubox. Kickit does well to get across, only for a moment, and that one's done. So, Na'Vi finding themselves 2.
Now, I hate to ask these questions, or even kind of... Actually, no, I don't. I do wonder how much Na'Vi's going to be able to prepare for that next event, and if you could potentially run any of the theories you've tried in these smaller tournaments. But the problem is, I guess there's a lot of eyes on it for maybe opponents coming up. Curious how much they're going to be able to do in between that break and gap, because there isn't much of one, is there?
No, not really. And some of the things, just for people at home who might be curious of what do they even mean. If you're Na'Vi right now, and you're working on different things in practice for different levels of opponents, and then you don't want to show them here against lower teams, and you have to play a different style of Counter-Strike to what you've actually been going through the paces of in your practice games, then it's going to be difficult to adjust. But let's focus here, because Kickers kick things off. Ha! Onto Boomich. Opening kill towards top of Banana, and you'll be seeing that time and time again. Na'Vi have definitely changed their B defense, but over time, as Alex was mentioning in the pre-game segment, they just loved that sandbag position, and Boomich was exploited there time and time again. Something we assumed he got away with a lot. Oh, nice mid-smoke getting trickled out here from Electronic. So fantastic to be able to do that from the site. That's going to not deny Bracket's control, but at least force them up middle.
I'd like to see how many times Virtus.pro are able to maybe exploit some of the tendencies of Na'Vi. The bigger problem is the fact that Electronic is still an incredibly good player. Even as the one man, he was almost able to get a 3rd there. Jame able to keep control of things and drag Virtus.pro a little further forward in this round. Kicker going to move up, play on the edge of that smoke. Definitely hears Perfecto and will punish Perfecto. And now a 3v2.
Should be the save call coming out from Simple and Flamey now. Early stages here of Inferno, difficult to retake on a map like this. And if you haven't heard us say that before, well, welcome. You're obviously a new viewer. No way of getting back into that bomb site with the number disadvantage, and especially the low HP on Simple right now. We'll be holding onto that AK-47. They have enough money in the next round with the $1,400 loss bonus coming on through. For Simple to drop a gun. Flamey could drop over an MP9 or something of the likes for his boy Boomich. And then just Perfecto Electronic would buy it with a FAMAS here or an M4 with just Kevlar behind it. So here was the opening. And as simple as you like, over towards the A side they went. Electronic eventually traded on out. Jane with a rifle. It's a bit of a rarity. You don't see that every day of the week. And that was all she wrote for round number 3. So getting into round number 4 of our highly anticipated Na'Vi versus VP matchup. We'll hopefully get some more of this as we make it into the playoff bracket. Some big names within the CIS region. You even heard from Blade mentioning the likes of Spirit, Fours in the mix. I'd even throw Gambit. I wouldn't say Gambit are a threat, but they're an upset potential team.
Yeah.
We do have some names to look out for within the CIS realms. Always a lot of big fraggers, but now I think we're getting more refined squads. It was in the past Na'Vi and then everybody else, and now it's Na'Vi plus a few.
Glad we got to hear from Blade about the kind of dimensions of a player's capability, the familiar routes that they run, if it's maybe something that's gifting them some success earlier on, if it's replicated, and what happens when a team works that out at higher levels. Obviously, coaches and analysts will definitely be able to pinpoint those, so you can definitely see the players who they've able to kind of maybe bring a little more through from. And Kinder was the one they were discussing initially, but he has definitely stepped up that elevation and become a little bit more of a thorough player in maybe a more filled out role. However, into this one, we did have those apartments control garnered. So, of course, the T side now working up through middle. Looks like quad side is so far the port of call. Sanji playing through the apps. Interesting smoke towards the site. And Simple waiting. Do you have a player towards pit as well? The dastardly duo of Electronic and Simple always look good together, but both have been removed very quickly. And again, we have to repeat the point that if you're someone like Virtus.pro, you will be putting your time in towards a Na'Vi because you simply don't play in the same vast tournaments that Na'Vi do. You have the time, and this is a very worthwhile endeavor.
Yeah, VP have actually dropped down the rankings quite a lot. Now, previously, they were a team who were up there in the world rankings. They're currently 27th. Once upon a time, especially after that major run that they had, they were in the top 10. Let me check out what their peak was. Their peak was number 3 in the world. And that's
incredibly impressive.
Yeah, that was going back to the 23rd of September last year. So they managed to get quite high up within the rankings, and it's just been a downward spiral since then. The lowest that they've dropped was all the way down to 39th.
Was there many events that because this again is when I wasn't really part of the CS scene.
After the major?
Well, around that time, did they have success either side, or was that just like one big tournament that they really delivered in?
They followed that up with a blast win. I believe it was directly after, so they managed to make it to that final. I'm just going to double check here. Let me make sure I got everything.
No worries, take your time on that. I'm just curious if it was like that one really big spike in performance that, you know, you have that dream run, everything works so well, you come in as not necessarily like a dark horse, but maybe you surprise a couple and they aren't as aware of you as you'd imagine. But if they could replicate that before or after, that's great.
I think it was directly after they were able to ride the high of the form. I think it was Fours versus Avantgarde in the grand final of that blast event that was in Moscow. And then after that, then yeah, they just fell off into a bloody ditch. But
they seem to do well at local events then.
Yeah, well, so, yeah, here we have Berlin Major, second. And then after that, they played in the Blast Pro Series and came first.
Boomich, though, coming first so far in the trade out on Banana. And he sticks around. This sort of unwillingness to relent, the will to sit there and just keep this fight. He's done this twice now, once with, I think it was either a SMG earlier on, stuck around for the third that even after the second kill, maybe could have backed away from, whether or not that's the case. I'm just kind of interested to see how fighty these guys are now.
Problem is the number disadvantage from Boomich. Sets them up into a 4-on-4, low HP for Buster and Kick It now with 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. And looks like Virtus.pro just want to execute towards the B site. You've got the rotation coming in from Sanji. He's going to be meeting up with the remainder of his squadron. As Electronic looks for information, that's going to draw the rotation of Perfecto over towards that B side as well. Limping in the smoke towards the front of sight. It's going to obscure vision for players towards Emo on the new box. Now Electronic's on the flank here, so if he finds a kill against one of these healthier players, VP are in real trouble.
Oh, timing to be right. Ooh, James keeping a little bit of consideration towards it, but it's dissipated.
And that's the perfect find. Chips away at Sanji, slows him down. They have to go. Buster's low. Simple's boosted, hasn't committed to it yet. Wants them to check it first, and then he goes up. That's so smart. It gets low. One bullet from Simple. Deagle finds him. Jame trades. Now all on to Jame.
Very winnable.
9 HP. Electronic, a bit late to the party. Previously spotted on Banana. Walking through, he is. And the shadow advantage, well played by James. Positioned himself well. And 9 HP, no problem. Virtus.pro.
That was actually a bit of a nightmare scenario right there for VP, all things considered. Sanji didn't even get the flash off towards the site when he goes down from that flank, and with that, I thought there was too much pressure. But they kept their cool. The low HP players went down. Kickit getting 2 on that red HP is huge, and this puts James down to that 9 points of health, and he finishes things off. So very well handled there, and that's a massive round for VP to be winning. They can't be dropping the gimmies like that and able to keep their head above water here. We see the timeout coming on through, and the first one called from the VP camp. You've got Kickit on screen as the impact player, and for good reason. AK's purchased it on through again. Here's the B stream for everybody playing at home. We have Namiga, the heavy favorites, going up against an Ethereal, who we saw get their bottom spanked just the other day by Gambit. A 16-0 on Overpass. Axial had a axe to grind against them and just rolled them.
Yeah, that was one of the quicker that we've seen.
It was a long break they gave us after that one, wasn't it?
It was. We do have the buy coming back out. CT side far from perfect. We do have the Alligator with Simple. UMP with Perfecto, but opting to get at least a good whack of utility to supplement.
You don't like to find old boy Simple down to a shotgun. That's not his weapon of choice. It's normally big and green, but not the Alligator. Image again, the same aggression. This time it's not towards the sandbag, but it's all the way down and punished by Kickit again. So Kickit now 9 and 3, doing great on these entries.
Yeah, magnificent stuff. Flash for Perfecto, and I imagine if he tries again, Kickit's going to blow his brains out. Yeah, he thinks better of it. Returning to the site. Flamey jiggling to drop his smoke. Simple's Alligator.
It looks like an alligator.
Yeah, he's ready to feast. Hoping to catch someone on that walk up. Nothing spotted. Yakinda retreats to where the smoke line up. Sanji and Apps as well. Simple. Not a responsibility on him. Electronics already starting to move in a position where he could probably rotate. And he is on his way now.
40 seconds, and they're trying to sell the presence on the B site. Simple still towards top mid means they can do this gamble stack with confidence. Execute coming through now.
Who's the first contact? I guess Perfecto in this one. Everything else is mollied, smoked. You can even see Flamey burning alive. Perfecto good with one, falls back, finds safety. Flamey couldn't get involved, and Yakinda and Buster, that's beautiful work. 15 seconds, bomb to go down. Simple. Incredible as he may be, this one is beyond him.
Another trash tier money situation for Na'Vi to find themselves in. If you're VP, you may as well just keep going for banana control, see if you can pick Boomage, and then go for a B-side execute. Why not? It's a recipe for success so far within this game. Scoreline about to be 4-2. And as we move forward in this, the second map will be Overpass. I'm not sure how prepared Na'Vi are going to be for the onslaught of the B plays. It is their weaker of the two sides when you consider the holds. You have Electronic over towards that pit position, and Simple, he's going to go down to James. Note that James hasn't picked up the T side at AWP yet. Normally quite ride or die, operating with that AK-47, and now Na'Vi will take a timeout. Need to discuss their options. Their money, it does not warrant a buy. It should be a save. And there's that opening from Kickit's perspective. Yakinda did a great job here to get multiple kills. Now, if we want to just reflect on what Blade was saying about the waypoints and what he was talking about regarding Yakinda, basically within the realms of Counter-Strike players, when they get to a certain level and you start seeing them playing team-based CS or even within pugs, they have go-tos. It's comfort picks or comfort...
Yeah, imagine you've played 10,000 hours and the 1,000 that went perfectly for you influence where you want to play.
It's your repertoire, right? That's the way that you want to, the positions you play or the lines
find most comfort in.
Yeah, you know that, let's use Mirage as an example. The top cat smoke lands on the T side and you run through it and you always jump out towards mid. That's your go-to play because you seem to have the most success with that type of a maneuver. Well, once that's red, then you can come into some real problems, right? Teams are able to go, well, this is his tendency. He's almost a free kill. But players, once they get an opportunity to play at the higher tiers, they know that you don't get away with anything twice in Counter-Strike. You need to make sure that you're constantly innovating and changing and adding more to your playbook.
Tell Boomage that, mate. He's about to barrel down banana again.
He's not getting away with it, is he, Lauren? He's a bit of a stubborn...
He's going. He's going to do it every time. Yakinda, lovely. Really nice work. And I do love this consistent fight that Boomage is going for. Maybe opting away from it this time as they have lost every step towards A, excluding Perfecto with the CZ.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure old boy Perfecto is going to be able to do too much. Yukinda's actually left behind his AK-47 in apartments, and he's doing a bit of a money man play over towards the A site, clearing it out, making sure nobody's home. And if he went down there, he would have only dropped a CZ-75. Would not have been the end of the world whatsoever. Now, these last three, Boomich, Perfecto, and Flamey, think better of going for the retake. They only have pistols and light utility to work with, but that Kevlar is what they want to remain a hold of. The loss bonus they get in the next round will warrant them a buy, and they don't have to rebuy the $650 armor, which is nice. Nice to have.
Yeah.
So who'd you guys pick in 100 Thieves in Team 1?
100 Thieves.
I'm going to change it to Team 1.
Really?
I guess it is the last hurrah for the Thieves, so maybe they'll play good. But they already did play with an IEM New York, and it was 16-12, 16-14. So there's a real opportunity to 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
There's a real opportunity that the Thieves could drop that.
Let me see.
It is Barton.
It's the Brazilian kind of combo there. Yeah,
You don't think you'd be in for any of that?
I mean, T1 did beat the New England Whalers.
That's true.
Beat Chaos.
And New England Whalers beat Furia.
So...
Counter-Strike maths dictate.
You should be picking Team 1.
It was a close game before, yeah. 16-12, 16-14, even if the Thieves did win. It just depends if they're going to give us a good, you know, send-off or...
Giving a good send-off to the org, to the boys. You know, last time some of these players play together.
I mean, maybe if the pressure's off them. I don't know. I've gone for safe bets at this point.
I'm just trying to throw Rush off. I want him to go for a bad prediction. So finally, the weapons are out for Na'Vi. That saved Kevlar has allowed Perfecto, Flamey, and Boomich to buy on in with almost full utility. No defuse kits in play once more. And take a little look. Simple has the big green. Flashed off the line. Alt bullet rings out. And fast, Yukinda wants to go. Flash, jump, everything you want. Look at this pace change.
All right, Simple. Let's see if you can control it. One down, readjust. Second on the board, gets it too. Oh, the third, I thought it was there. It was Simple. You can't blame me for having faith, but James doesn't care for it. Already going to push up Electronic in no man's land and gets removed from it. Plant goes down, and it is winnable.
Very winnable here.
Is this the execute Cyber Legacy did? VP just ran a similar execute against Na'Vi.
Could be. Very well possible. Learning from Seized's gang and what works and what doesn't. James deploying his util, stops the Apps walk up, a flash for control, but no, James opting to return to the balcony position where he had once mollied. They're expecting short, expecting Apps. A flash into Apps does force Boomich to tuck in, and he's not going to expect that. Pushed up, finds the frag. Now, a even keel. Sanji's doing great work, keeping him at bay. Now one slip the net. He knows it's possible, but they ain't got time. And on the retreat, Sanji finds one. Flamey will get away, though. Sanji, not so lucky.
Massive round for VP to win, even after Simple's two openings towards that arch side. Flamey does save the AWP in the final throws of that round just there. So that's going to be great for them to bring on through into the round number 9. Thought Simple had done enough here, especially with Electronic getting that third frag from the Moto position. But it will be a force buy from Na'Vi. So interesting decisions coming on through.
Did Na'Vi have somewhere else to be?
Well, look, they always love a janky buy.
They do.
They can pull a miracle out of any hat, even a hat that they don't own. So they haven't loaded the dice on that one. Kinder lobbing out the flash. High in the sky. Not tickle up either of the defenders towards the B side of things. And this time we have 3. Perfecto, Boomich, both with MP9s, and Flamey the Overseer with the flash. It'll come on out. It's not too bad, but Buster's taken space. Boomich needs to be careful. Oh, never mind. He doesn't need to be careful because he's dead. Just another B execute. That's what I'd do if I was VP right now. It makes so much sense.
It's working incredibly well for them too. There is the additional man pushed over here. But even at this point, look at the buy they've got against them.
It's not going to be fun.
No.
They can wait this out. They don't even need to leave Banana as long as somebody watches the flank. And if you have a look at the utility they still have with 55 seconds left, they could throw this for days. Looks like they're committing, though.
Feels a little bit reminiscent of the Na'Vi Dust 2 long tape. Just 5 people sitting on one side of the map. Rounds 1. I don't think Perfecto and Electronic will be able to do too much here. I'm kind of surprised they're contesting to this extent.
Yeah, Simple saving is a
Ooh, you might get an AK out of that. Maybe Perfecto's just proven exactly the answer to the question I was about to present.
Simple's still not moving.
Just obviously looking to find some financial damage. Unfortunately, though, I can't help but feel that that financial damage, whether it happened or not, would be redundant.
Yeah.
VP very, very set in their ways here on the T side, and Na'Vi, we knew this would be a tough task for them. So much so Chad changed his prediction halfway through.
Is that allowed?
No, I changed it before the game.
I mean, halfway through the day.
Ah, I thought once we, you know, submitted the start of the day, that was it.
As long as the match isn't live, you know.
Okay, okay.
That early. But an issue that I do have is the CT side of VP. Now, I know they already have 7, but I think that they need 10.
10?
I think that they really need 10.
Like what you're doing here, Chad. It's absolutely true.
Thank you.
Yeah, because the fact of the matter is, how many times have we seen a 10-5 half quickly become a 10-8, quickly become an 11-11, quickly become a 16-11? I mean, it doesn't take much for a team to lose the momentum on that CT side. And Virtus.pro, they are up against no slouch here. Navi's T side will be coordinated, will be complex. I saw some great breakdowns of some of the... Actually, it was the video Rush was referencing. That's the one I watched. The
Mahone one.
The Mahone Na'Vi. He used the Na'Vi round on train to explain pushing from 3 different angles, basically.
3 points of contact.
That one, yeah.
Very
whatever.
good, very good videos.
Very much spoon feeding a very simple concept and making it sound more complex than it needed to be.
You know, sure, but it was still good.
Yeah, really overcomplicating, basically saying peak at the same time from different angles so they can't hold all of them. I mean, we understand that.
All right.
But it was actually very insightful in the sense of how layered Na'Vi's T side was in the supportive utility. And they're simple, finding your Kinder.
That's been a big entry factor. Yukinda's had 2 big multi-frags on entry to these sites so far, so he's going to step up to the plate. Kicker's going to do his best to get a kill over towards B, and he might even be able to do so. This boost and the timing, this might be a pounce. So a flash and go, or is it a full set piece? Looks like the set piece.
Well, VP have successfully, or rather have aimed to, hit B practically 10 rounds in a row. Same again. And Buster blows Boomich's head off. He just finds a way into the site. A lucky spray from Perfecto. That ain't gonna save you. Electronics slow to the rotate. They haven't done any lurks, any nonsense. It's just been 5 people gathered in Banana and pushing. Jame, I fancy his chances here. He's known for a cheeky repeak as Jame, and he does strafe on out in the pursuit of greatness. Costs him his life. Quicker to trade. Does find the necessary shadow visible. Simple fragging. Sanji to clutch. Not fun. Not fun at all. Hoping Simple doesn't check this. He can hear him, but he focuses on the first fight now. He's isolated Simple, but it is Simple we're talking about. Pushing now, and in the off angle finds it.
Simple just crouched there, Rush?
He did.
Yes.
What a naughty boy.
Popped his little head up.
Poor Sanji. Okay, just taking a look in. We're on the 2nd map right now. This is DreamHack Open. We have that going on.
Inferno all around.
The RMR event. OG versus Fnatic. First map went in the favor of Fnatic. And this looks like it will be the Swedes' pick as they're on the T side. So if you want to check that one out, I don't even know what the URL is for DreamHack.
I think it's DreamHack CS.
You guys know why pictures of me do better than random pictures of rusty pipes on Instagram?
Yeah, because people follow your account for you, not for pictures of rusty pipes.
Did you combine the 2?
Maybe I'll yeah, you're right. I'm just going to take a selfie in front of a green screen and then just impose me over my photography.
Perfect. I see no issue with this. It's wonderful. Those couple of followers who love a rusty pipe will
Honestly,
be loving it.
I can see the average. There's about 500 of them that like my rusty pipe, and the rest just like my face.
Kick it again, Boomich. It just feels like a continuing fight that is won in a very similar fashion. Now, there is always going to be the element of maybe Simple does it again, but we don't love to just bank on that.
No, I don't even want to build that storyline until it's happening and before our eyes.
Correct.
Flamey has a good shot here. Really good shot. Kicker, Buster, both named, both dead. Needs an AK, can't find it in time. Yukinda bests him. Nade does inflict a little temporary damage. I don't know whether or not it will be converted. Simple Zorp certainly not going to benefit from that scrape. And look at him go, pushing in on the flash. He's going to get them both. Jame says no. 1v3 now. Finds the first and the second as well. Perfecto's gone. He knows electronics. And Jame, last man alive, but the last to leave. Magnificent 8 for VP.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Simple.
he just looks so comfortable. Like, this duel onto Simple was the hardest of the 3. He finds that. That's a great reaction shot, not letting them set up. And then the fact he doesn't freak out, he knows it's electronic, but he chooses to re-peek. And Yukinda, hype as hell. Oh, I'm kind of getting invested in the VP storyline already. It only took me 12 rounds.
I love the return of VP. I think that they're definitely going to be heading in the right direction, but Simple has actually gone for the hero AWP. This is wild right now. Na'Vi clutching at straws with their buy. They've lost the half. The best they can muster from this point onwards will be 7. At VP, I set the bar for them at 10.
Chad,
2 away.
In CS, can you be, like, if you're keeping a track of the money to a professional tier 1 level, and you see Simple with an AWP after the rounds we've had, could you piece together and have someone saying it's probably hero AWP, play away from the AWP?
Yes.
You could have had that. You could know, like, okay, AWP's A, let's go B.
The thing is, with the amount of money they have, they could have MP9 for sport, so there's always fear.
Oh, yikes, I'm getting sketched out here. 3 of them pushing into the site. Simple's arriving. Kickit's found Flamey. Boomich going down just in the nick of time. The smoke has not faded, so Simple's AWP about now loses all of its impact. They can plant. Retaking with an AWP, not fun. His teammates miles away. He just wants to escape at this point. The molly was to contain him, and he is going to be allowed to escape.
I know we've had those highlight Jame rounds, but Kickit has been keeping this together for them.
Fair play.
That play on Banana he's been having every single time. Shuts down Boomich, cool. But then even into the site, that moment right there was great to keep it together, because how many times have we seen, oh, Simple, yeah, he's going to bail him out with that CZ up. Here we go, suddenly it all gets a bit, cappuccino-y. But no, Kickit's been absolutely brilliant.
Now, Simple going into that round had 7,300. I don't know if that's how much cappuccino costs, but it's
just so everyone understands, and we're not completely making, because I'm glad it's making its way into the broadcast, but just so everyone understands, it's a cappuccino. That's a K-A-P-P-A. Yep. As in you're throwing around. It's a kappa in the chat. It's a cappuccino. Feel free to use it in your own vernacular. It's very funny. Obviously, that's my opinion on something that I say. So if you hate me, that's okay too.
You don't have to hate.
Hate is a very strong word.
Commiserate.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Benson.
Birchill on the mic.
So Electronics thought that the AUG is the answer here, so he's brought out that bad boy, and Simple will be carrying that saved AWP through this time with a defuse kit. But some of the issues, and this is where your questions asked as a coach, Alex, is if you want to keep track of every single type of kill that they're getting in rounds. For example, oh, Buster's found an entry. That's a huge one through the smoke. Boomich, Banana, dead. Haha. But no, if you're a coach and you're keeping track of, oh, he got a kill with an XM. Oh, they got 3 kills with MP9s that round. Oh, they did this, they did that. You're going to spend your entire time just counting calories, as it were, right? Like you're literally just counting the way the money's going. You can keep a pretty good idea of it, but it's always going to be difficult to keep at least in your mind of how much money they've spent.
Ooh, perfecto. Blew his load a little early there. Nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm going to see how many times Boomich has died first.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Go on, Flamey. Go on, son. Lovely control. Your kinder swing, and I don't think Flamey's afraid of him at all.
Oh.
All right, this one might just be a gnarly round here.
Oh!
Ooh, here he goes. Jame wants to go and make another mad round and turn it on its head. There is one close on site. I imagine he's heard that. Yeah, I think so.
If he's heard that, this is on.
He's gonna
look. Simple's gone.
Oh, didn't anticipate the cold Zera box. So a necessary 4th, but don't forget the margin, or rather the line that Chad drew in the stand regarding VP's required 10. Not far off now. Not far off at all. And of course, it is all conjecture, etc. But you'll get over it.
I don't know if other teams have, other viewers out there have noted this, and it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult if you have only been watching the CIS Counter-Strike with us. But some of the things I've noted in more recent times, especially when we had Astralis versus Heroic just the other night, we've had the EG versus Furia game, Furia versus Liquid as well. I don't know if the people at home feel the same way, but the games feel like they're getting scrimmier. And I don't mean that in a derogatory fashion. What I mean is teams are getting so good when they have the set pieces and all the room on the T side that for CTs, some of the options are literally just becoming push and fight.
I like that.
Me too. I love it because it's going to give us a bit more excitement within the games. It's something it felt like we haven't had for a long time. And really, I just remember that Astralis Heroic game. I was loving every minute of it.
Is that the Mad OT sort of one?
Yeah, the Vertigo game that just would not stop. I love watching matches like that where they're taking so many risks and the aim is on point. And this is the scores on the doors from the Ethereal versus Namiga game we have going on. 8-5 right now. This will be in your Group B. We're focusing on Group A now. So you can take a look here if you want to head over there, live.intelextrememasters.com. And we were talking about some of those DreamHack games before. Lauren, did you find that URL?
Which one?
That's right, I found it. It's twitch.tv.
Oh, did you ask me to find it?
Twitch.tv/DreamHackCS.
Yeah.
That's DreamHack CS.
No underscores, no.
No funny business.
No.
Oh, for the B stream,
Oh,
for them, they have a B
Okay.
stream. It's DreamHack CS2.
Oh,
oh, they've gone for the 2, not A and B.
CS2. Yeah.
it's one and there's 2. It makes sense. Call it the 2 stream though. Doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah, the B stream. But the B stream, like always, because there's the A
Sounds
team.
kind of patronizing.
Yeah.
Mm.
So maybe we just like, what if we start at
Second
the end of the
stream.
alphabet?
I usually call it the secondary stream.
Secondary
That's
stream.
nice.
I feel like that's the least patronizing because it isn't obviously a case of which match is better. It's often a case of there's 2 good games happening
That's true.
and we want to show you them both.
Simultaneously
Yeah.
into all of your eyeballs and ear sockets.
Yeah.
So how many more entries can Boomich give away?
I reckon here's one coming. Oh, no! That's what he was hoping for, but there's the death. Immediately following it. Kick It, though, as Lauren has highlighted, has been an instrumental member in the VPT side. They're accelerating here. I have a feeling that as that molly fades in app, Sanji's going to give him the beans. Entry fragger Sanji, I'm telling you. Molly into pit, smoke required. Electronic drops it a bit weirdly, actually. We're not going to have the gap he was hoping for, not the default one anyway. That's because he's fighting, and he's just given it to the team. That's mad. Okay, so bomb will come late, but Flamey and Simple are left with a 2v4. There's util on Yakinda, likely can re-smoke. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure if James... Okay, he's convinced now as the smoke blooms, he can get that bomb down.
Save.
And save is the suggestion from Chad Birchall.
And they will. Hey, Rush,
Yo, what up?
did you note just there, when Boomich killed Kick It, was there a flash assist icon from Simple?
Oh, I didn't spot it.
They heard an orb, didn't
You ask
they?
him to do one thing.
You reckon... Sorry, Lauren?
They heard the orb, though, didn't they?
That's true as well. Maybe that's why they quickly scuttled on over to the other side, because they bang on to Alex's casting there. They accelerated over towards A, and I think once they realized there was the 3-man presence, especially with Simple, who is now dead, will not have an AWP in the final round of play. That's why they accelerated towards that A bomb site. I wasn't sure if there was a flash assist or not. Regardless, the round on the board, and that's the 10. The benchmark has been found. VP, can they take this last gun away from Flamey? No, they cannot. So here we go. It was a flash assist from Simple. So as soon as that flash assist from Simple comes in, straight over towards A, we know Simple's B. Let's get the hell over towards that A site.
Yeah.
And they did exactly that. So fantastic stuff here from VP. And there's some viewers at home in the fan cams. That's IEM.gg/fan cams. You can get on in. You can
Hop
view
on the Discord.
You
Yeah.
can have a chat. You can have a wave. You can make some signs. You can tell Machine how much you love him. Positive reinforcement, guys. It goes a long way. Send your mum a nice message. Or your primary caregiver, I think, is the terminology that
We
we're
like that
running
one.
these days. Primary caregiver.
Which is mostly for us Chad at this point. So I really like your fluffy jumper today.
Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome. This round, we're not actually seeing old Boomich having a
Simple
wonder.
does have an AWP.
Did he buy one?
He must have gone glass cannon.
Huh, okay. Well, Banana has been, given no sacrifices today, so the Banana Gods will be displeased. Freiburg in the sky, very upset with this.
Still with us, but he's
Of
always
course.
watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yakinda getting a nice bit of top mid control. They've got banana control. They've kind of gone through the checklist of, things that terrorists seem to like.
I don't really know how long that list is.
Oh, no, it's very simple. Very short
Very short, I would
To the
imagine.
point.
I would imagine.
and simple. Smoked off for now, but once that smoke fades, he is going to have potentially 2-3 kills on the plate. But look how close Yakinda's got. He's managed to find Electronic. And yes, Simple gets involved, but they've lost a lot of presence towards the site, forcing Simple to play forward. Perfecto, tucked in on the box, did well last time, needs to do well again.
Cheeky one way.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Buster. Ooh, that nade hurts Perfecto, James. And that should have been the end. It is. Buster goes down. Sanji onto Simple, though. The AWP is gone, and that's the necessary frag, and Flamey finishes it. 10-5 on the half. Na'Vi knocking on the door of death. Virtus.pro, 10 to the good.
see me shining, calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster, making my way back. I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, Messiah. Gonna let it burn.
Glasses on, my hoodie's right. Break the door, give me side eyes. Are you feeling yours? Cause I'm feeling mine. Slide back to the future, got my own time. It's sniffing dope to feel right. Got my own high, don't need no lines. Sneaky bitches never ever act with so nice. Alright. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the fire above me. Drink a seat in the back, yeah.
A 10-5 half. You say that doing what you love is freedom and loving what you do is happiness, and I imagine there's plenty of both in the server tonight. Virtus.pro and Na'Vi duking it out. First map, second game of the day for us. And ready to unleash our brilliance upon the server. Boomich grabbing the bomb and some util. Perfecto doing the same, at least in the utility department. Simple going for the unarmored pistol approach.
Where are
It's a
they
risk at 10-5. Might be required to be the hero, and that armor could cost him, but they are waiting in spawn for this aggression. There's 3 of them there to receive. And this is a brawl. Simple. Now actually head back to T-spawn and buys a P250 armor to deal with them. That's interesting. Lots to be said about this pistol, but let's let the action unfurl first.
Oh, this is mad. Flamey's, I guessed, unseen so far? Okay, hello, that's one.
Now they're going to
Wow.
run B. It's like the craziest thing. I swear Simple was on 800, then went back to spawn. I'm not making that up.
Watching it now back on the Skybox.
Have a little watch. I'll keep eyes on Kickert here because he's
Like they called him in aggression and he still had time to go back to 5.
Interesting. Flamey still wins the fight. That T side is pretty terrifying with Na'Vi there at the helm, of course, but that was a very proactive approach from Virtus.pro. I'd love to have that little piece of information if Simple did adjust the purchase accordingly. However, looking at this one, he does have armor, so I'm not too sure what's happened there, but we, as said, that will be dived into as we do have Buster and James still trying to make this happen for themselves. No kit on either of them, so whatever they do, there's a time limit, and it's dwindled almost.
Yeah,
No one's given anything up. Yeah.
It's weird to see a save on the pistol rounds here. They might not even get away with their lives right now. They're being hunted on down. Simple wants some more. Not going to get it. Jane will finish him off, and Buster taking down Perfecto. So the CZ75 will be held on to the Kevlar as well for Buster. And he won't have to reinvest going into their 4-spy. And that'll be the round. So I'm not sure if we're able to bring up Skybox right now. Did dial on in with the dog and bone, but no one answered.
Hello.
All right, here we go. We're going to get into this. So,
Okay, show me.
freeze time ends. Simple Doesn't leave spawn. So he doesn't run back. He's just
okay.
maybe alt-tabbed.
Oh, maybe he was just AFK.
And the pistol's here for him. So he's still AFK, and then he picks up the
I
pistol.
thought it was 5D chess. Simple's just checking his phone.
There you go. So now he gets there. He gets there a bit late, but he gets there.
Oh, well, it worked out. That's funny.
By hook or by crook, I guess. That's what an interesting way to start it.
Let's
and
get
they
back
win the
underway
round.
here. Okay, so the force buy will come through from VP. They've invested on everybody besides Jame, and Buster's been able to hold on to a little bit of residual cash because of that save. Kevlar, Deagle and a smoke, CZ and a smoke. You've got yourself a 5-7 in the mix as well. Jame onto that scout. If they can get a couple of tags here, things could be looking decent for VP. And a force buy back with the scoreline currently at 10-6 could be instrumental for them taking map number 1. And a nice little peek on the nade from Kickit will do some damage down to Electronics. 74 points of health now. Note James' position, because if he gets smoked off and isolated, he becomes useless in a round like this. I would like to see him postured a little bit more forward. But he's currently playing swing. In rotation over towards B, he heads.
Oh, Sanji's got to be very cautious here. Yeah, just enough an angle to give away the game.
A filthy gap, isn't it?
It doesn't feel fair, but it exists.
Okay, so they're rotating back over now, Lauren. They
Yeah.
need to help him out.
I don't know what the read was to go for that heavy lean towards B, but it's already been called off, and Yakinda finds Electronic. That's mental.
Yeah, it is, because now with the 3 on the site, James actually tucked in passively here. Yakinda filling that gap on long.
Buster's here too. All 5 are here.
Nice catch from Simple. Wants to wrap into the site. Now the damage is getting inflicted. Simple got dinged. So Perfecto needs both of them, and they will find it. Hey, he hit him! He actually takes down Simple. Maybe Buster can do something about this. The chances are Flamey will release his crouch key, though, and get the trade. Buster would have to have a very quick reaction shot onto the second here, and oh, Flamey's not chosen to fight. There we go. That's the swing. As anticipated. 7 for Na'Vi.
Now, with all 4 members of Na'Vi going down there, Flamey the only one to survive and scavenging an AK-47, VP might think better of going for a buy themselves. You can see the cash money at this stage. For most individuals, sitting around that 2,500 mark, and that's exactly the loss bonus they'll get going into round number 19. So being frugal with their cash here is advised. They did their best. They had the stack onto the right side, but they were unable to convert. And you can see some upgraded pistols kick it onto a Deagle. Buster has a P250, USPs for the likes of Jame and Yakinda, and Sanji with a P250 in the mix as well. Or is that a P2K? Show me Sanji, Rush. P2K. You can tell by the notch, ladies and
There's
gentlemen.
a little dip, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a little notch on the P250, whereas on the P2K, the notch is not as prominent.
It's booty. I usually use the booty.
That's a good one too. The rounded bottom.
Yeah, it's more of a pointy bottom on the P2 Fid.
No one likes a pointy bottom.
Well, I don't mean anything that's presumptuous. There may be some that prefer a pointy bottom.
Potentially.
I'm quite
Lara
partial.
Croft fans?
Yeah. Love those very limited polygons.
Now, I know a lot of people are like us and probably want to be able to do karaoke to all of the soundtracks of Intel Extreme Masters.
Okay.
Well, the official playlist is called IEM New York Official Soundtrack. It's put up by Enter Records. There's 15,000 of you currently following that playlist. And that's on the Spotify, which I think is similar to the TikTok.
Is Sarah on there?
I don't know if Sarah's an IEM track. Rush.
I haven't heard it.
Sarah, you leaving me?
Sarah is an ESL1 and Pro League track.
Oh, I see. So, okay.
I'm thinking about doing a dubstep remix of Sarah.
I think we should do a music video to Sarah.
I didn't hear what you said.
I think we should do a music video to Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we could. Or I could do a dubstep remix and then...
That could be the music video.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that would just, like, when the drop comes in, you're, like, doing the dubstep.
The dubstep.
Yeah, it's like the Twitter, the Spotify, the internet.
The dubstep, yep. And
3, 2,
kill.
1.
Ooh,
Simple.
Jame.
Down.
What a nice start for him.
Jim.
Pardon? What'd you say, Jim?
Jim.
Jim.
That's how I'd imagine you'd say Jame really fast and in a weird accent.
Thank you. And there's nothing really fast or really weird about this round. It's actually quite slow and cautious from Na'Vi. Maybe after losing Simple, they can't quite have the way they would like. So, bomb down by T-Spawn. Looks like it will be Perfecto on collection duty if needed. Smoke towards middle. Jim towards CT arch side. We're at a minute.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree.
Chim, chim,
A
chiroo.
sweep
It's
is
chiroo.
as lucky can be.
Chim, chimney.
I'm reading the lyrics right now,
chimney,
so
Chim, chim,
Chiroo.
chiroo.
good luck will rub
The
off.
others in claret and blue. I just know like weird football.
Bang.
Oh.
There he is. That's Boomich. 4 in the name and 1 in the game.
Perfecto getting the bomb now. Time is a problem here. 27 seconds. The rotation's
Oh,
cut
what's
off.
this?
Yakinda, he's playing spoiler right now. The bomb's dropped.
Uh-oh.
This is a nightmare.
SpaghettiOs. Electronic, red-faced and furious. Recovering the bomb and finding Yakinda. Finding the spray as well. No, not like this. Yakinda's frag was supposed to be the be-all and end-all, but he will have time to plant.
7,
Boomich is
6,
hunting for Kick It.
5. Not planning.
He is.
Oh, he's going to get it down.
Hey!
You.
It's quite good.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe we just do that like a kind of vocal Mexican wave. Every
Rush.
time.
Yeah, what up?
You know how I use the word spoiler?
Yeah, game
That
helper.
right? Sorry?
Game helper.
Yeah, but you wanted a definition. So
Spoiler.
see, in that situation there, Yakinda was playing spoiler.
Well, I did spoil the round, so actually it makes sense to me, to be honest.
That's why we use the reference.
I
So
see,
just
I
wanted to-
see.
'cause you always go, I don't know what that means. So I was just trying to give you a reference point of what that means.
CS lingo.
How would you define a malleable player, Rush?
A malleable player is a player, we have a lot of them on the server actually. A malleable player is a player that you can put into many different roles, many different weapons, and can make use of them, and also, you know, just be quite malleable.
Can their ship name be Crush?
Are you shipping us?
Oh, we ship them.
You
Yeah, I
shipping us?
ship.
Yeah, Crush.
Kind of cute.
That is cool.
Rush from being shipped.
You're shipped.
We shipped.
We stan.
Roger
Crush.
that.
We stan Crush.
Wow. Not only do they think that we should be in a relationship, they also are fans of us.
Yeah.
Fanatical fans.
Fanatical fans.
Anyway,
Fanatic fans. Pretty
round-
sad right now.
Talking of, yeah, how did that dream
Oh,
hack
you want
result
a
go?
bus?
don't know, yeah,
stream
I'd love to
update?
find
I'll
out.
give you a bus stream
A
update.
bus stream update?
Fnatic OG tied 6-6, map number 2. Heroic took map 1 off of G2. They're currently playing on the second map of Vertigo. I think that's how the Swedes say it. And scoreline there is currently 11-6.
Oh, Perfecto just copped a big nade to the face there. Kickert trying to find the second nade, and he might, but nobody's going logs, and the nade was poor all the same. VP, this is a crucial round for them. Take note of Na'Vi's situation. Take note of their loss bonus, 1900. They will have nothing into the next round. Am I doing this right, Chad?
You're doing it, you bang on.
They will have nothing into the next round if they don't get that bomb down.
Perfect.
So, oh my God, it only took me like 6 years, but I actually understand CS now.
We've been doing this for 2 months straight now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I get it. I understand. What a relief. Okay.
What a release it sounds like.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Excuse me. It's been a while. Buster, Molotov, and I think he might actually just stick a... Oh, wow, nice moves. He tucks into the first orange, but unfortunately for him, he's alone. I can't help but feel this spell's trouble. And yeah, Boomich already gets across and gets into the side bomb. Will bunny hop its way in, and maybe the save call has to be made here. Just like that, Na'Vi weather the storm of what could have and should have been a trying round.
Something cool to note there about that little execute that Na'Vi are doing is they want to fight the CT spawn player, and you can see there with the smoke that they limp in towards the front of the site, the orange boxes. I know they're not orange, but they used to store oranges in them, maybe lemons. Could have even been a tangerine. I'm not quite sure of the exact fruit, but once upon a time there was fruit in crates, exactly here.
I'd like them to bring that back a little.
Well, the fruit could still be in the crates, Lauren. We don't know what's in those
Just
yellow
looks a bit
crates.
too insulated for fruit.
You think?
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
more like explosive devices.
Now, I don't want you to get any ideas.
Wait, is that thing in the tower over here at B?
Oh,
Rush,
yeah,
can we
yeah,
see
yeah.
it?
Fly into the
Skybox
circular
one.
tower, Rush, over to the
Left.
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 Near ruins, behind it.
Yeah, behind ruins.
I know it's a
how I
You
think
get it, that one.
yeah,
Go in there.
there.
In.
Check it out.
Look down.
Down.
Nothing.
What?
So
Well,
Skybox
Marco-
just made it up.
So why would they do that?
Skybox?
Why would Anders do
Added
that?
an extra little... Oh,
is
wait, what about
a
there?
room below it?
Yeah,
to the
go
room
there.
below it. Yeah.
Yep.
There.
Is there a window open on the right?
Is there anything in there?
No.
What?
Rush, get in there. There's a cannon in there on Anders' little program.
He's bloody lied to us.
Anders B. Loom.
That is unbelievable.
Unethical.
Unethical, unreasonable, and unjustifiable. That's just Anders Bloom as a person.
Ooh, kick it. Come on now, let's get this started. Oh, he's heard that.
Yep.
Oh, the timing is horrible in Counter-Strike, and he didn't even stick
Why didn't
to
he
it.
have a look?
Yeah.
So, sound the cue of someone in apps, he just decides to back away.
Now, this is where I was pointing the fingers for problems for VP. We knew that there were issues with their CT side. Buster was left on an island towards this B side of things time and time again. I thought Yakinda was well and truly in float too much. A player who probably should either be going hyper-aggressive or anchoring down to a site was constantly torn between the A rotation and the B side of things. I don't think that VP have a very good CT side, and that's why I set them the bar of 10. I would be surprised if they get more than 13 rounds in total, as Na'Vi are starting to mount their epic T sides. That's a nice freebie right there from Sanji. So maybe going to give them a look in. This nade, going to wait for the sound cue of the bomb getting planted. Will be dunked on down. It's the double nades. That's good. That could have been better. Electronic on 35. There's Molotovs for this retake. There's smokes for this retake. We could be on for something here.
Okay, well, I'm waiting for that first bit of contact. Molly's going in, so it's looking likely. There's... Oh, how is Electronic alive? He has truly weathered this storm, even down to just 17 HP. Perfecto with him. Now time's really quite ticking. Kicker there as ever. Simple still holds the line, and he holds it well. 2 kills, and all the threats subside quickly. It's time to get out of there, surely.
If they started defusing now, they might have a chance. But James, not a hope, not a prayer. Just wants to hold on to this AWP. Bomb will go off, and that'll be the 10th round on the board for Natus Vincere. Virtus.pro looking to catch up. Now, this is what we were talking about, Rush. How come you can't find this for us?
I don't know. Maybe it's a different,
different version?
Yeah, different version of the game, maybe.
Roof off. Roof on. Roof off.
Well, that's really neat.
Roof on.
Can I get that
Roof
button
off.
as well?
And that's Kenzie, of course, of Ethereal fame, playing against none other than Namiga over on our B stream. You'll notice that Namiga are closing in on picking up the first map of that series. And Ethereal yet to do too much so far. We saw them get blown out in their first appearance on the main stream. But here we have a technical timeout that's brought to you by, tactical timeout presented by United States Air Force.
Rush, may I ask for a crosshair check of Virtus.pro when you get a second?
Of course.
Thank you very much. Always interested. Buster, here we go. Oh, clean yellow. All green, okay. Oh, these are very uniform.
Ooh, Sanji, a man after my own heart here.
The chunkier.
I love it when it's a bit thicker.
Wait, Simple? Simple has the little... Is this why they all use that crosshair?
Maybe.
Have we found the reason why they want that little green crosshair with the dot in the middle? Maybe it's just Simple set the trend.
I guess if Simple was using, I'd probably want to copy him at some point. But we're underway for round 22, and this is a do-or-die moment here for VP in this game. I want to see some fight out of them. They can't keep using these bomb sites for free, and Jane with an opening. That's how they were able to secure their first gun round. Let's see if that's the key to success for their second. Flamey trying to take the space off of them after that pick, and Buster doing for a jump peek. Will be spotted, has to drop back, and will probably have to expend out his smoke here. A minute 15 left on the clock, and again, Yakinda just constantly strung out in rotation. I hate it for the guy. When you have a turret, when you have someone whose aim is as good as this, you want to keep him somewhere where he can actually be active, as opposed to just being a little minion rotating through.
Is that the word you wanted to go for?
No. Then I thought about it, and so it's not his fault. He has to play that role.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see him a bit more of a turret. Buster sitting anti-flash on this. Keeps his head really rather tucked down, but Boomer just found space. He's ahead of Perfecto, and that's going to catch off Sanji. I'm going to continue to pressure forward, but Buster sitting, waiting patiently, has at least provided something in this. Now, the 3 players remaining, keep your eyes on Flamey. He has the bomb, and he's gone through towards CT, losing the fight and losing the bomb.
Flamey? Flamey? Hello?
Anybody there?
So that's a round where Flamey's going to be like, sorry, guys, I didn't realize I had the bloody bomb. He probably won't sound like that.
Not Australian.
But it might be that sentiment. And that's a really interesting round for Na'Vi to kind of give away in that fashion. If the bomb was in the remit of at least the bomb site, it might have been an option. But that is no man's land where we see it falling just there in that second to last kill. And here's the fans on the cams giving us a wave, having a look. There's a cool dude down the bottom there. I like his hair and I like his sunnies. Got a Jame time sign in the fray as well. And Na'Vi now, Flamey has 6.2. Now, I don't want to say they'll probably drop a hero AK to Simple, but they probably will do something with a hero AK. Simple is currently sitting on 23 kills, and we saw him have a quiet performance of the day against the side of Cyber Legacy. He definitely doesn't want to do that here again today against the Virtus.pro squad.
Now, if you had to guess.
Orange.
Nice. Well played.
Thank you.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You got that straight away?
Yeah.
Lauren, what were you thinking?
Like 4.
No, it wasn't far off, but orange is the answer.
Yeah. What was the question?
What UK size 11 is in Europe? UK size
10.
No, dude, they work in like 40s and stuff.
Oh, no, my
Oh,
shoes, the ones I
40.
just bought. Hold up.
Size 11 in EU
I think we have similar size
46.
I have, hold up, where is it? So I'm wearing
Oh, we're just comparing shoe size. This is exciting. I'll join in. Wow.
UK 10s, and it's 44 2/3.
So I've got a 44 or a 46 as an option. So I either go for a size 11 or a... No, it has to be that one. Okay, 46.
All right, well, Yakinda opened things up, and that was the key to success from Jane with the AWP in 2 previous rounds for
Oh, I'm a
VP.
38.
Now, this
Right.
time, they managed to do it with the rifle against a 4-spine. Not only did Simple get given a gun, it wasn't the hero AK, it was an all-in investment where Flamey gave him an AWP. So if Na'Vi don't find any success right here, their loss bonus, sure, it's going to give them enough to go for a half buy, but it's not going to be enough for them to warrant anything too potent. Now you can see with the number disadvantage, they are working with scraps here. Map control is gifted for Banana, taking towards top middle now, smoke towards the moto position, and brackets will be conceded. Around the corner, the MAC-10 flies. Sanji and Jane both pushed off. There's mid to B as an option.
It certainly is. They take it, though. Bomb is on its way, as is the entire Na'Vi squad. This gets awkward real fast. And, of course, the 3 CTs on A have to be paranoid of potential wrap. Yakinda now hears it. They'll start to rotate. He needs more than one here. He's going to fight. You madman! Pushing into the electronic. The spray's not bad. And lucky Simple doesn't go down. And so now the site is set. Uh-oh, Simple's gone down. Sanji's found the necessary frag. Flamey's trying to cross into the site. Good damage from Sanji. He can't knock him off the bomb. Nade looks great. Just a little too deep. Flamey down to 33. Lauren taking the reins for the final push.
Kick at Sanji and James trying to work this one back in. Perfecto and Flamey holding this crossfire as it's all that they've got. And Kicker's just removed part of it. Perfecto having everything to do and none of it works out for him. And a defuse quickly to follow. More with Chad.
Look, it's high-pressure moments, and I know that all the new viewers out there just want to know how the bomb gets defused. Now, they have to actually manually punch in the code with their keyboard. So a lot of the players, what happens when they're defusing the bomb, they'll take their hand off the mouse, and they'll use their right hand to type in the code as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Can you copy and paste still?
No.
That feature got removed.
Yeah, they didn't want to have that bind in the game. So now it is just, that's why you don't see too many players with the small keyboards. They'll use the big ones with the numpads here to type in the bomb code.
Yeah, no, so it's 72588 something.
Look, I always forget it in the high-pressure situations.
Get a tattoo on your arm.
I suck in clutches. Yeah, on your fingers, I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, that makes sense, yeah. Wow, that was a very quick kill. Kicker's nearly got a second. Buster finishes it off for him, and now we've got basically 14 locked in. Do you want to try and tell me how Na'Vi win this round, Chad?
By going to the next.
Rush?
Well, Simple, he's got the deagle. 2 quick shots. No one found yet.
So the bomb code, for those of you playing at home, in case you need to remember it, is 7355608. And I've just forgotten my postcode.
I always do get slightly scared that I'm going to forget things when I have another bit of information in my brain. PIN codes, phone unlock, you know, that sort of business does.
The usual.
Yeah.
I still know my Australian phone number, not my mobile, like my
I literally remember like a childhood TV show phone number. Used to, like, I think it was like not CBeebies, but like the random stuff in the mornings.
I still remember the advert for Hastings Direct.
Oh, hit me with it.
0800 00 1066.
Oh, the 1066 really got me.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's because that was the year of the Battle of Hastings.
Wow.
So they were called Hastings Direct.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is mad how much I get sunk in your brain.
So I did I just did an image search of my old phone number, and then there's these weird images, nothing to do with the number at all. So don't do that, guys.
What if you
Yakinda's
found?
gonna knock it
Oh,
over.
Boomich, no.
Boomich is actually gonna burn to a crisp. So Boomich
Pirate
is on
flag.
for the classic one, the pirate flag. Lauren, I
See
like
the
that.
icon. It was good. I like that.
He's rocking around with a wooden leg and a parrot on his shoulder and one eye as old Boomich. Because he's just 1G'd himself right here.
Every time on Banana. If we had to just like the
Compilation.
heat map of just death, it'd just be one very red banana.
We
on the
get
side.
EBS in there just to have a compilation when we do the first death segment of Boomich dying in Banana. Just the death of Boomich. We play like a Viking song as we sail him out.
Send
to
him
sea.
off. Oh, Perfecto's at least going to find one back, but I do like what Electronic's up to. I want to keep eyes on that. It could maybe add some additional pressure towards this B hold. Buster's over here, but they seem cautious and hesitant, maybe buying time for Electronic to come around and have some presence noted. And once he gets there, Na'Vi, very favorable numbers towards this B site.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Molotovs to keep the attention now of Sanji and Buster drawn towards the banana position, and Sanji hasn't been noted. The Flames, they have concealed his position until he jiggles one step too far, but Electronic, he's about to clear the back of the site. He's about to get a bullet to the brain. This is a real problem for Na'Vi now. The door is shut in their face. 14 seconds. They have to go B. The bomb in banana. They're just letting Perfecto clear the site single-handedly.
Yeah, no worries.
Wait.
What a kicker.
No, Simple's timed out.
Oh,
Okay, Flamey, here's a tip, mate. Kill him next time. If you know he's
Shoot him.
yeah.
So it happened to me in a game.
Oh,
an
I
actual
can't
match.
believe that's happened.
And my teammate, it was an official game. This was when we
Okay.
were Vox Eminor, and
Yep.
Havoc, he just killed me because he knew we had the plan.
Yeah,
You just kill him.
yeah,
That's the way you fix the problem.
yeah.
Yikes.
Is there a pause or are we just
Well,
playing
there
it
should
out?
probably be a pause. No simple, like, ult didn't actually crash, but he has because we can see Buster on the T side. So are they going to call it? Oh, he's back. Never mind, he's back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, round 26 about to get underway. Refresh of the HUD right there. Quick stuff from Rushley, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. As Simple will have to wield the scout rifle against the AWP. Now, good stuff here from VP. They've actually been able to string 3 on the trot. This is going to be the 4th to close out the game. And that 10-5 on the first half was enough.
Certainly seems that way. Advancing in. 3 of them towards Banana with the bomb. Simple again, given that responsibility. Groundhog Day ahead of us here. Buster. Oh, and Yakinda, both of them falling to Perfecto potentially. It is just rinse, repeat. Buster Dink down to 14. And again, VP just stacking up on the wrong side of the map. This is where the VP CT side on Inferno does bother me sometimes. By no means not discrediting the round here from Na'Vi's T side, but often very, very militant in their distribution of players, leads to a lot of save rounds.
Now, there's a great take coming in from Jason Moses O'Toole on the interwebs.
Wait, have you seen his, like... okay, which one is it?
The North American take.
Yeah, now, I was really into it until he followed it up with a bailout tweet.
So did I, and I've just replied to his bailout tweet. Now, I'm going to ignore the bailout tweet. I'm going to let him off for that one. But he did say, and I want to quote this, so just think that you can see me using quotation marks in the air, ladies and gentlemen. NACS being dead is such an awful take, and the only people I see making it are outside observers and people not involved in competition itself. And Tarek. Now, the bailout was involved, it was to do with Tarek. But the general sentiment here from Jason Moses O'Toole is a good one. Just because a couple of teams and orgs and whatnot have gone to a different video game or are no longer supporting the team doesn't mean that it's dead. It just means it's not
It's
as
having
good
a
as
rough
it was,
time.
you know, and we
yeah.
can water it, we can nurture it, we can feed it.
What do you think brings a scene back up to scratch?
Well, I still think that Furia, Liquid, and EG can be contenders for top 10 in the world, which I think is quite nice. I think, though, the grassroots side of it is where we have the dramas. Losing a figurehead like Steel is a problem.
Yeah.
Now we just need more names to kind of step into those shoes and hopefully be able to facilitate the youngsters of tomorrow. I don't think there's any necessary plan for cash injection or tournaments of that variety, because they already exist, right? The tournaments already exist over there. I just think that it's about creating the right type of players to fit into certain... Like, I think Chaos have done a great job, but that's obviously been under the tutelage of Steel. He's gone now, left out with Vanity. Hopefully Vanity can carry that torch on. He has some good players to work with. But let's focus on this one here. Back underway. Boomich, Banana. Who would have thunk it?
Oh, Molotovs, Boomich, be careful. Yakinda's backed away. Kept his life. The 3 stack towards B. still in effect. Jame over here, keeping close eye, and Buster fancies his opposite. This is there a flash in? Yes. And in we go. That's one. That's going to be surely a second.
Yep.
It is. That's nice work.
Yeah, this is getting awkward now, especially as Jame arrives and peeks into another. Perfecto catches led through the wall. Electronic getting very roasty here. He's got a Molly in front, Molly behind, and now Buster's put one in his face. 3 kills to Buster to confirm that Inferno, VP's pick, is going their way. Valemi, the only man left, and their bomb's at T-steps. So, yeah, we'll just watch this happen.
Hold up a second here, Alex. This is Flamey, Flame Dogger. Used to play for Dat Team back at ESL 1 Cologne 2015. The Russians stepping onto the stage. No one expected too much, and well, exactly that happened. Flamey, though, picked up for Na'Vi, carried on through Cobblestone. A bit of a monster. His aim.
Where are you going with that?
I don't know. All I know is 16 to 11. It's going to be VP picking up map number 1. Let's go to the break.
Yeah, good idea.